The problem that we're seeing now with digital humans in visual effects is the science or the math behind the algorithms that allow us to understand skin as skin and hair as hair are really biased.
Rocky Saeed, take one.
The papers that have been written are all based on the centering of Caucasian white skin and also the centering of straight hair. And so when we look at the history of beauty and standards of beauty, either through advertising or filmmaking or any other form, it's really this fetishization of whiteness. Looking at the research itself and how it has really relied on a lot of assumptions that have been made based on the models of white skin, and then assumptions about other colors of skin are just made on top of that, rather than the data or the math actually being used to model how dark skin operates under light. And the same thing has happened with hair as well. Most of the simulation and hair research is done on straight, silky hair. Hair that is curly or kinky, black hair, has not been studied and really has not been modeled accurately. Layers upon layers of assumptions are built on what is essentially shaky science to begin with. And so we end up with something that's not only not accurate, but biased and not doing a good job of representing the diversity of different kinds of human likeness. And I think the irony of it is that in visual effects, one of the things we're really interested in, I'd say what we're most interested in, is the physically accurate representation of elements of the world, whether it's humans or nature. And then there's this world of multiple layers of bias that have been built on top of that. Because the science and the math has been done by a very small number of essentially white men, you see that this bias is replicated over and over again because it's like a closed circuit. The problems that we see in diversity in terms of labor, in terms of leadership, in terms of representation, it's kind of like there's multiple problems. So whether it's the science itself, the tools, the people making decisions about how the tools are created, the people making the artistic decisions, we need to address diversity and equity at every level. On the one hand, it's complicated because we have to kind of go and deconstruct all the layers. But on the other hand, it's pretty clear what needs to be done. We just need diverse voices doing the research. We need diverse voices making those leadership decisions as well. This is an idea that a lot of people are looking at closely now, and I think in the next few years, we're hopefully going to see a lot of basic science that's being done so that we can build better tools, and as a result, tell better stories. That's the other thing that we all agree on, is that we like good stories. We want to tell good stories, and so if we can all agree that that's the end result, then we should create better tools to enable that.